Hey everybody from Universal Studios. We are here today because there is a bunch of new Halloween Horror Nights news that we need to talk about. We have multi-night tickets have been released, and we also got our 9th house announcement.
Yep.
Lots going on.
We only have one more house announcement to go. We're getting even closer to the Halloween season. I'm so excited.
We're getting closer to the Halloween season, and we got a little bit poorer today, and we'll explain why. Let's go inside Universal.
And we're testing out new microphones, so hopefully the audio's good. We're using the Rode mics on our shirts, so we'll see how it is.
Yeah, and Alex is just walking away, and we could still
You
still
can
hear
still hear me.
We'll see how this goes. And the Mega Movie Parade is still in technical rehearsal. It's about to step off in about 20 minutes. We have a whole video showing the first day of this parade's debut. We'll leave that up in the corner if you want to check it out. And we'll see what else we could see throughout the day, but I'm already seeing some trussing popping up over here in Hollywood for Halloween Horror Nights. It's starting. The construction is starting. Posting up next to the lights over here.
Yeah, and we were just saying, I don't think that these were here the other day.
I don't think they were.
They're starting to put some trussing and lighting up for HHN if you look around the parks.
People that are probably not big fans or like theme park people are probably like, why would you get so excited over something like this?
But my favorite thing is, like, especially as we get closer to HHN, when they start adding like the little elements around the park and you come like every few days and you're like, oh, that's new, like what could that be? That's like my favorite thing.
We're in Central Park. We're gonna go find a bench, our usual spot. We just caught a little bit of the Mega Movie Parade and nothing is different versus the first day. So it's still the same amount of floats. They're still having some of those audio issues that they were having where you don't really hear the sounds coming through like in Hollywood. So we'll see how long that takes to get fixed. It's still in technical rehearsal and they haven't said like when it's gonna officially open. So things are still missing. Just know that if you're gonna come here and watch the parade. Like I said, we're in Central Park. Just have a casual Stay Puft Marshmallow Man floating above the buildings over here.
So we do have to talk about the HHN tickets, but first we're going to talk about house number 9. The announcement dropped today, and it is Insidious. Now I can tell you right now, this is a house that I may not be going in this year. But on their website, they describe it as, don't get trapped in the further as terrifying demons try to ensnare you. Enter the red-faced demon's lair behind the red door and try to keep away from Keyface so he can't lock you up in spirit. What does that mean?
I was gonna say, we haven't seen any of the Insidious movies.
No.
I know like the general gist and it's looks pretty scary.
Yeah, it looks terrifying. That's why I haven't seen the movie, and that is also why I may not be going in the house.
Now I believe they did an Insidious house a few years ago at HHN, so we'll have to go back and rewatch that POV. Pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure when I was looking up like some of the information about this year's house, I came across stuff from a few years ago. It might have been like 2015, don't quote me on that. But Insidious is coming. So we have one more house to be announced. And then of course the scare zones and the shows. And like we mentioned in previous videos, that last house is heavily rumored to be a Universal Monsters house, specifically an all-female Universal Monsters house. So we'll probably be getting that within the next few weeks. Things are starting to happen. And something else that happened is the multi-night ticket drop today. And it was really, really interesting to say the least. So we're gonna go over what those options are, we're gonna go over the price points, and then I also wanna talk about the big price increases from not only last year to this year, but from 2022 to 2024. It's pretty substantial. So just like usual, we have Rush of Fear, Frequent Fear Plus, and then the Ultimate Frequent Fear, and then each of those, if you want to add Express onto it, have the option to add Express. So we'll start with Rush of Fear. That's priced at $179.99. Rush of Fear with Express is $609.99, and that gets you the first 18 nights of the event. So you're pretty much only allowed to go in the month of September. Then the Frequent Fear Pass is $239.99. Frequent Fear with Express is $729.99. And then there's Frequent Fear Plus, which is $289, and then Frequent Fear Plus Express is $839. Ultimate Frequent Fear, which gets you in every single night of the event, is $399, and then the Ultimate Frequent Fear with Express is over $1,000. It's $1,069. Last but not least, they have the option to add on what they call a Scream Early ticket, and it allows you to get into the park at 3 o'clock so that you can do Stay and Scream. That's $55, and that is a 38% year-over-year increase in price. Last year, Scream Early was 40 bucks. As for the other passes, Rush of Fear has the exact same price as it did in 2023. The Express option went from $529 to $609. Frequent Fear went up 4% from $229 to $239. And then Frequent Fear Express went from $609 to $729, which is a 20% increase. Frequent Fear Plus had a 7% year-over-year price increase, going from $269 to $289. And then Frequent Fear Plus Express went from $699 to $839, a 20% increase from 23 to 24. And last but not least, Ultimate Frequent Fear, just a 5% increase on the regular ticket, and then the Express version went up 16%, and like I said, that made it crack $1,000. So the price increases on the multi-night tickets, if you don't add Express on, weren't too bad. It was single-digit price increases. Let's face it, these prices are never gonna go down unless demand completely crashes, which is not happening for Halloween Horror Nights. If you've been here for the last few years, you know that all too well. So there's gonna be slight price increases every year. Where the big price increases are coming are the ones that have Express tied to it, and that's where you're seeing double-digit year-over-year price increases. And then if we go back 2 years, so to 2022, not that long ago, just 2 years ago, the price increases are even more ridiculous. Rush of Fear in 2022 was 38% cheaper. Frequent Fear was 33% cheaper. Frequent Fear Plus was 32% cheaper. And then the Ultimate Frequent Fear was 23% cheaper. And then each of those options with Express had an at least 40% increase in price over 2 years. That is crazy. It's becoming super, super expensive to come to HHN if you're trying to come for more than one night.
Now the other side to that, if you are local like we are and you do come like a lot during the season, I would say it's worth it. I mean, the Ultimate Fear Pass, I think is 48 nights, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's the total number of event nights.
Yeah, so 48 nights, if you're coming like every single night during those 48 nights, without the Express, that shakes out to be about like $8 a day. With the Express, it shakes out to be like $22 a day. So if you think of it that way, it really is a good deal if you're coming often.
And like I said, if you've been here over the last couple of years, you know how crowded it is. So these tickets are only gonna get more and more expensive. It's basic economics, it's supply and demand. If people keep buying these tickets up, they're gonna get more and more expensive, and Universal is gonna milk every dollar that they can. And speaking of demand, today, 2 of the tickets, the Frequent Fear Plus with Express and then the Ultimate Frequent Fear with Express, already sold out on day 1. And I don't remember the multi-night tickets selling out on day 1 over the last couple of years. So buckle up. It's gonna be another busy HHN season, and it doesn't seem like these prices are gonna keep people away. So we'll see how this goes. So while we're over here by the lagoon, just wanted to talk about a couple of things that we're still waiting on, and that is all of the Scare Zone announcements as well as the nighttime show. So we'll see, it's probably gonna be Nightmare Fuel again, but what I'm really interested to see is if they do another lagoon show. The one that they did in 2022 was awesome, and obviously Hurricane Ian caused damage to that. They weren't able to bring it back. They didn't have a lagoon show last year, and they need a people eater. So I really, really hope they do something this year. Also, just a heads up, they do sell the interactive bubble wands over here in the tribute store. So they have the carts that are out when the parade's taking place, but then you can also find them over here. A couple of new things that we came across for $55. They have this Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man backpack. I could barely fit my hand in here, so it's really just more of you wearing a stuffed animal on your back. Here's some other new Ghostbusters items. They have this Frozen Empire tank top. They have a new t-shirt over here with the mini Stay Puffs. That's really cool. And then they have these die cast metal Ecto ones. They have a small one, and then they have a big one over here, which is cool. And then up there they have the Transformers collaboration.
So they announced the 9th house today, and it is Insidious, and they did drop some merchandise in the 5 and Dime, so we're gonna go check it out.
So here's a look at the Insidious shirt. This is $33. Probably the best shirt they've done so far, I would say. I'm still not crazy about it. Also, like I said, never saw any of the movies, so obviously not gonna buy any of the merch. But it looks better than what they did for A Quiet Place and Ghostbusters.
And for $23, they came out with an Insidious candle. I did smell it, I don't recommend.
And that's all they have for Insidious, and they still have all of the other shirts that they've released so far. But for this drop, it's just the shirt and then the candle. So we are making our way out of Universal Studios, but we're not going home yet. We have to eat dinner. We're here at dinner time, and they had reservations over at Confisco Grill over at the island side. We've never eaten there before, so we're gonna try it out tonight. We'll see how it is. The baby was hungry.
Yes, I swear I'm just like constantly hungry now. I just always want snacks and food. And so now's the perfect time to try out Confisco Grill.
Something that's weird as we're crossing through City Walk is not seeing Jimmy Buffett's plane over in front of Margaritaville. Now it's just gone away for a refurb. It will be coming back, but it's gonna be gone for quite some time. So if you're looking for that plane for like a photo op or anything, you're gonna have to wait probably until next year. And we made it over to Islands. The adventure begins.
We've been meaning to try this place because they do have some healthier options on the menu. I feel like we were gonna eat here sometime last year and then we ended up not
We were gonna
having.
eat here when they had like the pass holder items, and then we never got around to it.
Yeah, so this is our first time here. We're gonna look over the menu and see what sounds good.
Here's a quick look at the menu. Honestly, so many things sound good. They have a few different salads, and there's a soup option. Here's the entrees. The Korean fried rice bowl sounds good. They also have pad thai, and then some sandwiches as well.
Why am I addicted to cherry Coke? It's so good.
When people ask, does Alex have any pregnancy cravings? The answer is cherry Coke.
Yeah,
And also today's free Slurpee day at 7-Eleven, so.
I know. I told Matt on the way home we gotta stop at 7-Eleven so I could get a cherry Coke slushie, but I don't know if we're actually gonna stop, so I went with the cherry Coke here. But yeah, I know I don't drink soda.
No,
Like,
you never ever drink
I really
soda.
don't, but like every once in a while, a nice cold cherry Coke hits the spot.
So the theming of Confisco Grill, as the name implies, is themed to the Port of Entry Customs Office and contraband impound for those traveling from all the different islands. So that's why if you look around, you can see things from Seuss Landing, you can see things from Jurassic World. This is just kind of like the impound spot / customs office for everybody traveling through all the different islands. Okay, honestly, both of these look really, really good. I have high hopes. I got the chicken pad thai, and then Alex got the fried rice bowl, the Korean fried rice bowl. Both look and smell really, really good.
I took like the smallest little bite just now, and I'm like, I already like this.
Wow.
It reminds me of something that like I had in Hawaii, I feel like. But it has almost like a Korean barbecue sauce on it with like the slightest like little kick to it, but not spicy. But it has like the cabbage in here, the carrots, which give it like a nice crunch. There's a fried egg on top. I'm really gonna enjoy this, I think.
And then I had the chicken pad thai, which was $25.95. It's rice noodles, mixed vegetables, bean sprouts, chicken and shrimp tossed in our house-made peanut sauce. And like I said, $25.95. I decided to just get chicken, not shrimp. And it was honestly better than I thought it was gonna be. Like for a theme park pad thai, pretty decent. Not like the greatest pad thai in the world. The chicken was a little bit on the dry side, but honestly, other than that, the flavors were pretty good. And if I was in a pinch and I had to eat at Islands, I would definitely come back here and eat here again. So we'll come back when it's pass holder month, which I think is in August, right? That's when they do like the pass holder menu?
I think so.
August into September, but we'll try something else. But I enjoyed this. It was pretty good. Just finished up dinner. We're back out in the park now, and they have some Deadpool and Wolverine merch. The shirt's pretty cool. This movie's gonna be so good. I love how they have like Marvel stuff here. Obviously Disney can't, but they have some plushes. Here's another shirt. Now there's not many rides left that you can do while you're pregnant, but one of them is the High in the Sky trolley.
And the cat in
And the Cat in the Hat. Which one should we do first? Cat in the Hat?
Yeah, it's right here.
It's only a 5-minute wait.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, we were wrong. Expectant mothers can't ride. I forgot the ride kind of spins around, so probably not a good idea. Oh, we are striking out. Apparently, the trolley also advises expectant mothers shouldn't ride.
Yeah, but I wonder why for this one. It doesn't spin or move or anything.
I mean, the Cat in the Hat, I remember the spinning part. This one, we were on this one not too long ago, probably like last year.
Should I ask her?
You can ask. I don't know.
I don't see why not for this one. I know the Cat in the Hat spins and stuff, but I think this is literally just on the track.
I don't know.
So we asked, and the reasoning is basically like liability because it has a full lap bar, and it has to be like touching your stomach. So
Right. And I guess if the lap bar has to go down to a certain point, you know.
yeah, it's kind of the same thing with ET, but I still go on ET. At least for now, while my belly's not that big. I probably could have rode this too because my belly's not that big. Like, I would have been fine, but because we asked and she said something, I was like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. We could live without the train.
Yeah.
We can ride one fish, two fish.
And the carousel.
Yeah.
But the carousel sometimes makes me dizzy, so I think I'm done without it for now. Sneeches, the sneeches.
They're in the water.
Have you ever noticed that?
I have noticed that.
I always forget about them, but look at them. They're just like basking in the water over here.
There are the sneeches, just hanging out right in the lagoon. There's one right there. This one's super relaxed. He's got his eyes closed. You can see all the sneeches' footprints in the sand. They walked from the beach, out of the water, and then made their way back up over here. And there's some more. You can see the footprints going like to and from the beach. That's theming for you. There's two right here.
The starbelly sneeches. And look at the ducks just like relaxing on the shore.
Yeah, they're just hanging out on the beach.
Universal ducks.
Universal ducks. I love just coming down by the lagoon because you get these awesome views. You got the Hulk right here with Dr. Doom in the background. Across the way, Me Ship the Olive, Jurassic World. You can see Hogwarts Castle from over here too. It's really a nice view from the lagoon, obviously without this thing in the way, but it's nice to just take a minute, soak it in. Also realized we did all of that talk about Halloween Horror Nights when we were over at Universal Studios, talking about the tickets and everything like that, and we never told you what tickets we bought ourselves. We decided to go with the Rush of Fear with Express. Now, last year we did Frequent Fear Plus, but obviously this year Alex is pregnant, and we're due in October, so we're not gonna really be going in October all that much, maybe in the beginning, like the first, half of that month. But we decided to go with the Rush of Fear, which is the month of September, and then we also have a free pass holder night with our premier annual passes. So if we wanna go in like early October, we can do that. So that's what we decided to go with. We decided to opt for the Express because like I said, with Alex being pregnant, she's not really gonna wanna be waiting in lines all that much. And we figured this would be the best, option for us to experience HHN this year for the first half of it, or the first, little less than half of it. So that's what we decided to go with, and it came out to like a little over $1,200 for the two of us. Definitely expensive. At dinner, we were saying we need to maximize that pass and go like literally every night we can go to make sure we get our money's worth. So with that, we're gonna end the video here. We hope you guys found this helpful. Again, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below about this year's Halloween Horror Nights pricing. It is a little crazy, but they got us.
Yeah, I think they'll get us every year, honestly.
Yeah. Unfortunately. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss out on all of our future Universal videos to come. And with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon.